If you are trying to naturally lower your blood pressure and boost your daily energy, these are the 7 foods you need to absolutely avoid eating with beet juice. Number 1 is heavy dairy, like cheese, yogurt, and a tall glass of milk. I know, a lot of folks love having a glass of juice with their morning bowl of cereal or a cheese omelet. It sounds like a perfectly healthy breakfast. But here is the thing about beet juice. It is absolutely packed with natural compounds called oxalates. Think of oxalates as tiny microscopic crystals that naturally exist in certain plants. Now, when you mix these oxalates with high amounts of calcium from dairy at the exact same time, they find each other in your stomach. They literally lock together. And when they bind together like that, they form bigger crystals. And that is exactly how you get kidney stones. I have spent over 10 years treating seniors, and let me tell you, holding a patient's hand while they pass a kidney stone is tough. They always tell me it hurts worse than childbirth. The National Institutes of Health has actually pointed out that most kidney stones are calcium oxalate stones. If you want your dairy, just wait about 2 hours after your beet juice. Give your body time to process them separately. Number 2, and this one surprises almost everyone, is almonds and peanut butter. I see this all the time. People think, oh, I'll have a healthy handful of almonds with my beet juice. It breaks my heart to burst this bubble, but almonds, peanuts, and cashews are also incredibly high in oxalates. When you drink beet juice and eat almonds together, you are basically throwing gasoline on an oxalate fire. You are overloading your system. For folks over 60, our kidneys just don't filter things as quickly or as perfectly as they did when we were 30. It's just a fact of life. That massive wave of oxalates doesn't just threaten your kidneys either. Sometimes those crystals settle into your joints. I've had patients come to me complaining about a sudden flare-up in joint pain, swearing their arthritis was acting up, only to find out they were making high oxalate smoothies every morning. If you want a nut to snack on with your beet juice, grab a few macadamia nuts or walnuts instead. They are much safer. Number 3 is processed meats like bacon, hot dogs, and deli ham. Ah, I know. I love a good crispy slice of bacon just as much as the next person. But mixing it with beet juice is a bad idea for your heart. Here is the simple truth. Beet juice is famous because it is full of natural, healthy plant nitrates. Your body turns these into nitric oxide, which wonderfully opens up your blood vessels and helps your heart. But processed meats? They are pumped full of synthetic nitrates and nitrites to keep them looking pink and fresh on the grocery shelf. When you eat those synthetic preservatives, especially fried up in a pan, they can turn into dangerous compounds called nitrosamines, which the American Heart Association and many other experts have linked to inflammation and even cancer. Mixing the good plant nitrates with the bad chemical nitrates confuses your body's processing system. You completely cancel out the healing benefits of the beet juice and just put extra stress on your liver. Now, before we get to number 4, which is a huge medication warning you do not want to miss, I want to remind you that I am sharing this for educational purposes and general wellness. I'm a doctor, but I'm not your doctor. Always have a chat with your own physician before making any massive changes to your diet or routine, okay? And if you are finding this information helpful so far, please take a quick second to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep making these videos for you. Number 4, grapefruit. Listen to me very closely on this one. If you are drinking beet juice, there is a very high chance you are doing it to help manage your blood pressure. And if you are over 60, there is also a good chance you might be on some sort of prescribed blood pressure medication. Grapefruit is famous in the medical world because it messes with your liver. Your liver has this specific manager, an enzyme, that breaks down your medications so they don't build up in your blood. Grapefruit fires that manager. It stops the liver from doing its job. According to the Mayo Clinic, combining grapefruit with certain blood pressure pills can cause the medication to build up dangerously high in your system. Now, add beet juice to that mix. Beet juice naturally lowers your blood pressure on its own. If you have grapefruit keeping your medication in your system too long, plus the beet juice dropping your pressure further, your blood pressure can bottom out. You could get incredibly dizzy, faint, or fall. And for us older folks, A bad fall can change everything. Keep grapefruit far away from your beet juice. Number 5 is highly salted, fast food style meals. I'm talking about burgers, fried chicken, or those heavily salted diner breakfasts. I always chuckle a bit when a patient tells me they had a fast food burger with extra salty fries, but washed it down with beet juice because they wanted to be healthy. It's like trying to empty the ocean with a teacup. Here is what happens inside your body. The beautiful natural nitrates in beet juice are trying their hardest to relax your blood vessels so your blood can flow smoothly. But at the exact same moment, all that heavy salt from the fast food pulls excess water into your bloodstream. It swells your vessels up and pushes the pressure right back up. You are forcing your body to play tug of war. The salt fights the beets, and the salt almost always wins. It completely destroys the health benefits you just paid good money for. Number 6 is excessive coffee or heavy energy drinks. A single, normal cup of morning coffee is usually fine for most folks, but washing down heavy amounts of caffeine with beet juice is a recipe for heart rhythm chaos. As we age, our hearts become a bit more sensitive to sudden changes. Beet juice naturally gives you a gentle, sustained energy boost because it delivers more oxygen-rich blood to your brain and muscles. It's a smooth ride. Heavy caffeine, on the other hand, is a harsh, artificial spike. It forces your heart to beat faster and harder. When you combine them, your heart gets confused. The beet juice is trying to widen the pipes and calm things down, while the caffeine is whipping your heart like a tired horse, telling it to sprint. I have had patients complain about sudden anxiety, jitters, and a fluttering chest, palpitations, simply because they mixed a strong pot of coffee with their daily beet juice. Enjoy your beet juice for natural energy and let the heavy caffeine go. And finally, number 7, refined sugars and sweetened pastries. Glazed donuts, sweet rolls, or even heavy slices of cake. Beets are root vegetables. Because they grow deep in the dirt, storing energy, they are naturally quite high in sugar and carbohydrates. A glass of beet juice already gives your body a decent amount of natural sugar to process. If you pair that with a sugary pastry, you are creating a sugar avalanche in your bloodstream. For a senior body, the pancreas has to work incredibly hard to pump out enough insulin to handle that massive spike. Over time, doing this leads to insulin resistance. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention constantly warns us about managing our blood sugar as we get older, because diabetes can sneak up on you quietly. You don't want to turn a healthy health tonic into an accidental sugar crash. If you are drinking beet juice, keep your meals around it balanced with good proteins and healthy fats like avocado or eggs, not processed sugar. So let's do a quick recap so you can remember exactly what to avoid. First, skip the heavy dairy, like milk and cheese, so you don't form kidney stones. Second, avoid high oxalate nuts like almonds and peanut butter to protect your joints and kidneys. Third, keep processed meats like bacon and hot dogs off the plate to avoid confusing your body with bad nitrates. Fourth, never mix it with grapefruit, especially if you are on blood pressure medication, to prevent dangerous dizzy spells. Fifth, stay away from heavily salted fast foods that completely cancel out the heart benefits. Sixth, avoid heavy caffeine so you don't give yourself heart palpitations. And seventh, skip the sugary pastries so you don't spike your blood sugar through the roof.
What a beautiful
I hope
day
this
for
helps
a
you make
walk.
the most out of your healthy habits. You are doing a great job just by taking an interest in your health, and I am proud of you for that. Please leave a comment below and tell me, have you been accidentally mixing any of these with your beet juice? I would love to read your experiences. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Stay healthy and take care of yourselves.